Patrick Mahomes' praise for young Chiefs WR proves they may not need Tyreek Hill. He's one of those. The Kansas City Chiefs have struggled early in the 2025 season, but one of their young playmakers has stepped up when they needed him the most. Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs had the slowest start to a season this year since the quarterback was drafted. It was the first time Mahomes had ever been 0-2 to start the year, but they finally claimed their first win of the season on Sunday Night Football against the New York Giants. Chiefs Tyquan Thornton has revitalized his career in Kansas City, drawing praise from Patrick Mahomes. The Kansas City Chiefs went into Week 1 of the 2025 season shorthanded at wide receiver, and within minutes that situation got even worse. Rashee Rice had been suspended for the first 6 games of the season, and the team knew they were going to need to lean on Xavier Worthy in his absence. Before the second-year receiver could make a single catch, he was injured in a collision with Travis Kelce and ruled out for the remainder of the game. Mahomes and the offense have now been without both Rice and Worthy for the first 3 games, and they've needed somebody to step up and make a play. Many had claimed they should be trading for a receiver, and Tyreek Hill's name was consistently mentioned amidst the adversity. However, Tyquan Thornton stepped up. He had signed with the Kansas City Chiefs practice squad late last season, after being released by the New England Patriots in November. The former second-round pick had struggled to make a name for himself in New England, but he has turned a corner this season with the Chiefs. Thornton was instrumental in the win over the New York Giants, proving to be the deep threat option in the Chiefs' offense early in the season. While leading 16-9, Mahomes targeted Thornton in man-to-man coverage downfield, and the wide receiver caught it under intense pressure to put the Chiefs on the 1-yard line. The receiver had almost caught a deep ball just moments earlier, but the football had hit the ground and was ruled incomplete. Thornton said he knew he was going to get another shot, and this time he got it right. "I saw the ball as soon as it came out of his hand," Thornton said post-game. "I knew he was coming to me. I knew he was going to give me another opportunity, so once I locked on the nose of the ball, I just squeezed on it." Mahomes has been really pleased with Thornton so far this season, and while they've missed on a few, the quarterback continues to dial up deep balls for the 4th-year wide receiver. After the game, Mahomes said, "I threw to him a couple of times last year just to see what he had. You could see he had juice. This year, he was one of those guys working with me in Texas. I knew he was going to be a good football player, but he's even exceeding my expectations. He's stepping up whenever the opportunity has been provided for him." Thornton said the praise from Mahomes meant a lot to him, and if he can continue to play a role in the offense when Rashee Rice and Xavier Worthy come back, the Chiefs might be just fine with the guys they've got. The Chiefs are a favorite for a Tyreek Hill trade if the 31-year-old becomes available. Rumors have circulated about a potential reunion between the Kansas City Chiefs and Tyreek Hill, who is stuck on an 0-3 Miami Dolphins roster that doesn't look ready to push for the playoffs in 2025. The veteran is frustrated with his current situation, and many believe he will be playing elsewhere by the time the trade deadline comes around. The Miami Dolphins have reportedly taken calls on Tyreek Hill's availability, but are adamant that they don't want to trade him. At least not yet. Considering Hill's frustrated rant at the end of the 2024 season, it would be a surprise if he doesn't try to force his way out of Miami as playoff ambitions quickly fade. They're 0-3 right now, and a couple of wins could change their course, but if the losses continue, Hill could be moved. Kansas City has lived under the shadow of Tyreek Hill's departure for years. Every dropped pass, every sluggish offensive start, every national broadcast replaying clips of the 2019 Jet Chip Wasp has been framed with the same question. When will the Chiefs replace the Cheetah? For the longest time, it felt like they couldn't. Travis Kelce remained the anchor, but Mahomes' receiver carousel, Mecole Hardman, Marquez Valdes-Scantling, Sky Moore, never quite replicated Hill's fear factor. Even the reigning dynasty had a gap, an itch that couldn't be scratched. But now, Patrick Mahomes may have just ended the conversation. After Sunday's practice, the reigning MVP didn't hold back when asked about his rapport with one of the Chiefs' rising young wideouts. His eyes lit up, his grin stretched wide, and his words carried the weight of reassurance Kansas City has been waiting to hear. "He's one of those guys," Mahomes said. "The type you trust to make a play every time the ball goes his way." And with that, Chiefs Kingdom felt a shift. Maybe, just maybe, they don't need Tyreek Hill anymore. The search for the next star. When Hill was traded to Miami in 2022, Andy Reid and Brett Veach were adamant. This offense wouldn't revolve around one player. They doubled down on depth, versatility, and Mahomes' improvisation. The results were undeniable. 2 more Lombardis, a dynasty solidified. But fans knew the truth. The Chiefs' offense didn't scare teams the way it used to. Defenses sat on Kelsey. Safeties crept down. Speed was missing, explosiveness muted. That's why Mahomes' praise for the young wideout, whether Rashee Rice, rookie sensation Xavier Worthy, or another emerging weapon, resonates so deeply. This isn't just a quarterback giving lip service. This is a quarterback identifying his new security blanket, his new big play partner. He's one of those. The phrase carried more weight than the words themselves. Anyone who's followed Mahomes knows he doesn't casually anoint teammates. His respect is earned on the field, in pressure moments, with trust forged through reps and resilience. He's one of those, was shorthand for something more. One of those gamers. One of those difference makers. One of those weapons who doesn't just run a route, but changes the geometry of the defense. For years, that one of those guy was Tyreek Hill. Now the baton may be passing. Rashee Rice's case. Rice emerged as the likely candidate for Mahomes' affection. His rookie season wasn't just solid, it was electric. He turned short throws into chunk plays, fought through tackles, and showed a natural chemistry with Mahomes in scramble drills. By the postseason, he looked less like a rookie and more like a budding star. Mahomes has raved about Rice's feel for the game and ability to get open in big moments. For a quarterback who thrives on second reaction plays, that's invaluable. Rice may not have Hill's Olympic speed, but he has reliability, toughness, and a nose for the end zone. If Rice is the one of those Mahomes spoke of, it's a statement. Kansas City doesn't need a clone of Hill. They need someone who can be great in his own way.